Hey, Dustin Tibbitts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth. How you doing today? Good. Glad to hear it. Hey, one of the things that we do is we build our own funds here. And so they don't cost you anything. Each one of our models is made up of individual stocks, an ETF here or there. And we like to watch those things on a daily basis. We learn a lot from watching these markets. It allows us to outperform for clients that want to do that. It allows us for the more conservative clients to be more conservative and reduce the volatility where we can. And so you've seen over the years where we post videos about the markets and stocks and sectors and industries and all that good stuff. Well, there's something interesting happening here. Thought I'd bring it to your attention. Have you noticed the housing stocks? How well they've been doing? Me and Eric happen to have just started a hedge fund for some of our more alternative investment clients, and we've had some of those here, just simple covered calls and things to get things going, and they've blasted off. Let's take a look. So if we look over the last 1 month, we're going to compare all the names that you guys love to look at. I got to have my NVIDIA. I got to have some Tesla, whatever. Well, if we put all those into a group, median performance, 9.4%. Here's actually the 1 month performance of all of them, Amazon being the only negative. Well, if you look at housing stocks, less popular. You don't see many people coming along going, I'd like to get me some Williams-Sonoma. I'd like to, hey, let's take a look at Home Depot, right? Most people don't do that because on TV, you see this, right? And so you get all excited. Median performance over the last month of the housing stocks here, including some of the home builders, furniture stores, and carpet suppliers, things like that, 18.5%. Huh. And in fact, Home Depot is the only stock that did not beat all of the mega cap stocks, the TV stocks, the exciting stocks, right? So look outside your little comfort zone or whatever TV tells you to watch. Look outside because there's a lot going on there. Now, to be fair, that is not normal, right? It's just waking up. And in fact, what's happening in the market is the stuff that was kind of beaten down is getting lifted up. We just did that the other day. We talked about that. And so it's not a normal thing. I'll prove it to you. So here is a 1 year performance of your big time mega cap stocks, the ones we just showed, and then the housing stocks that we just put. So what we did is we said, let's go here. Let's make an equal weight portfolio of these and an equal weight portfolio of these. Now let's compare them. And so if you go over to last year, a huge difference, right? I'm not denying that at all, but look what's happening here in the short term. If we look at the relative strength, which is just a simple way of saying if the line is going up, then the housing stocks are beating mega cap stocks. If the line is going down, then mega cap stocks are beating the housing stocks. Well, over the last month here, of course, they're starting to wake up because they've been beaten down, right? Really, really interesting to look at. And these are those things where while you're looking over here, something else is going on. You got to pay attention to this. One of the fun things, I mentioned some of the housing stuff. We actually, in our hedge fund there, we had Lennar, bought it a little while ago, did a simple covered call and just blasted off. It's a great example of one where you're like, shucks, I should have sold it higher. But so be it. It's fine. Look at these names, the beaten down names, in particular housing stocks. There's other sectors as well and other industries. But over the last month, this is where the excitement's come. Why is that? Look, it's beaten down. We have money to spend because look, we have NVIDIA. Okay, it's a great run. Think about people that say, I was hoping to have, $10,000 in it. That was my allocation, but now it's worth $15,000. I'm going to take 5 off the table and I need somewhere to put it. So I may look at things that are beaten down. Even Cardinal Healthcare was one of them. Twilio, I think, was earnings related, right? But still, you have these beaten down stocks that are getting bought up. See that? You got Twilio that just fell apart. What do you have? Whoop, bounces right back. And it's because of everybody saying, well, maybe not Tesla so much, but people saying, well, I have those great gains over in my Microsoft and my NVIDIA, the headline names. I'm going to go put that to work somewhere else. And that's where you see Dr. Horton's another great example. Just blasting off from 120 to almost 170 here. Incredible. So the moral of the story here is it is not normal. Like from you're not going to see something like this continue, right? And it could go on a month or two or whatever, and you have some healthy gains, but it is not normal as you know now. Mega cap stocks are obviously more volatile. They have a lot more attention and they are more heavily weighted. So they're going to have more impact on the market. But in the short term, when you're looking for the money that you have, right? The gains, hopefully, that you have on maybe the market, maybe you're an index investor and you're like, take a little skin off the table. I'd like to buy something a little cheaper. Now you know that everybody else is thinking the same thing. You can see it. It's clear as day. And we just happen to break it down in a way where we're, using a particular industry instead of saying, all right, we'll pick a stock and let's, cherry pick it and make it look good. No, here's a whole industry. Here's a whole list of stocks that are doing well. All right. If you're unfamiliar with all of this and what's going on, I hope you'll check us out at jazzwealth.com. We build our own funds, our own portfolios. They are expense-free. We charge nothing for them, and you can actually follow along with performance. You can see it. We let clients see absolutely everything along the way, and we do a lot of education as well. We also have our DOE score, something new to us, where we can manage your entire financial life and make sure that every single dollar you're spending is going where it should be in real time. So super excited about that. More on that to come. Appreciate you watching. Hope you learned something, and see what September has, huh?